Get Heavy Podcast, hosted by Craig Gonzalez.
Also, check out the merchandise, localshop.com/getheavypodcast. We got shirts, we got coffee mugs, we got everything up there. The sweatshirts and shorts are dropping soon. Some winter wear coming at you, so check all that out. High quality shit gets turned around quick, sent straight to your door. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/getheavypodcast. $1 a month gets you in the door and gets you all these episodes 1 week early. There's going to be some cool changes coming up. I'm actually going to be releasing the interviews on Tuesdays now. I'm moving the podcast day to Tuesdays. And I'm going to be doing some solo stuff on Thursdays, just kind of more topical stuff, talking about stuff that's going on in the world, something I'm going to try out. So you're going to get 2 pods a week now. The Patreon will get you the interview, whatever guests I talk to 1 week early and probably a day or 2 early for the topical stuff. So check that out. And also rate, subscribe, review, comment, tell your fucking friends about this podcast. I am constantly just fucking truly grateful for everyone that is listening. This thing's growing. It's slowly growing, but it's growing, man. Every day there's some new listeners, there's some new downloads. Check out the YouTube. It all goes on our YouTube page. Let's get those subscribers up. Hit that notifications bell. Don't mean shit to you, but it means the world to me. It really does help me out. And I will stop promoting now. Enjoy the episode.
There we go.
But there you go.
Cool. Sweet.
What are you doing, man? Living the life down there in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Started tattooing like 5 months ago.
I know, man. You're killing it, brother.
Thank you.
I mean,
working hard.
I remember we talked a long time ago and you were trying to get an apprenticeship for a long time, right? And it was like really hard to get one.
Yeah, it's fucking impossible.
Yeah, but you finally got in with a place, it looks like, huh?
Yeah. It was
Rad
a fucking
ass.
struggle, but yeah.
Was it? Are they giving you all the hell like normal apprentices get? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work.
Is it?
But yeah, like generally, I don't know, you do like, I don't know, bitch work stuff, taking out trash and setting up stations and, just stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine, but, like pay your dues kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I was really fortunate that like the dude that taught me didn't really want me there that much.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so he was like basically giving me like homework,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd like just stay at home and do, draw a million fucking roses and bullshit
Flash
like that.
and all the shit that you were doing.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was fucking cool.
Yeah, but now are you in there like full-time tattooing and shit, or yeah?
Yep.
That's awesome, man.
I've not taken a day off since. Well, no, I've taken 2 days off total since November.
Are they open 7 days a week over there?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool. What's the shop called?
Golden Monkey.
Golden Monkey. Okay.
Yeah, so like Golden Monkey ATX.
Okay.
There's like one in Australia and there's like one in Belgium.
Oh wow.
And funny enough, another one in Texas, like an hour from here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Started by the same guy, or I mean, is it like a
No.
no,
Okay. It's just like our owners are just 2 dudes that wanted to like start an art studio, art gallery kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, went with tattoo shop instead.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
It's easier money.
Yeah, I'm and more money probably consistently.
Oh yeah, quite a bit. A bit.
You know how hard it is to try to get someone to buy an art piece. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, like the odds of selling someone on like a $5,000 or $10,000 piece. Not everyone can do that, but everyone has $100, $300, $500.
Right. Is there? I mean, I honestly, dude, I didn't know. I knew you were a very talented musician. You know what I mean? But I knew you were a good chef. You know what I mean? I knew these things about you from back in the day. I had no idea you were a fucking great artist too. So you're like triple crowning it right now, dude.
I wasn't. I didn't know that either.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I've never drawn a thing in my whole life.
Oh, fuck off. Are you serious?
Yeah. Ever.
Since when?
I literally November was the first time I drew anything.
Such an asshole, dude.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Always with you, man.
Yeah. So that November 2020, was the first time I like actually picked up a pencil.
Really?
Now I did take like in high school and college like architectural drafting classes.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, technically that's drawing.
That's not though. Yeah,
it's not. It's like fucking straight lines and shit.
Yeah.
Like you just use a ruler. Like everything is a fucking ruler. You know.
Yeah, of course.
It's really easy. And there's like a bunch of like laws and shit about like coding.
Mm-hmm.
So like building codes and whatever.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. I all day build freeways, or I used to.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, you know, with architectural drafting, you get like a plot of land, and then, you know, there are rules about how big the building could be and how big the parking lot has to be.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to like go within those coding parameters.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really not creative like at all.
Yeah. Well, you are. I mean, it is one thing to design it
comparatively.
Right? Yeah, but
right.
I mean, I did find pretty hard gratification in building shit that would last potentially hundreds of years, you know.
Yeah,
but it always was really funny because there's the old saying in my world that, you know, we're using our high school education to fix what your college degree fucking made up. You know what I mean? It's literally like exactly what it is, dude.
So, you know, I've been in Austin 12 years now,
mm-hmm.
give or take. There's a freeway here or whatever called Mopac.
Mm-hmm.
The dude that designed it fucking killed himself.
Yeah. Why? Because it was so bad?
Yeah. Like
I could see that, dude.
Yeah. He built this whole goddamn freeway that's like 40 miles or whatever. And immediately everyone hates it. Bane of their existence.
I know. You can't
fucking
win.
Nightmare. And he's like, all right, fucking later.
And he offed himself, huh?
Yeah.
That's like a super Texas thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking, that's a legit way to go out. So I built in Lancaster, one of my earlier jobs when I first got in the industry, we did this Avenue I, a bridge, intersection, all this shit, you know, off ramps, on ramps. And so under the freeway, there was a Avenue I that runs under the freeway, and the poppy flower is the thing out there, right? I mean, massive poppy fields and all this stuff. And so they're putting all this like facade on the underside of the bridge, right?
Yeah,
and,
like the art kind of shit.
Yeah, all that shit, little art thing, art deco, whatever shit that they're putting up there, right? And they're forming it up, and they fucking put the concrete out, and they get it finished, and they stain it all, but it's all concrete stain, like, you know. And so they have this massive grand opening, and the head designer comes out, and he's talking to us. He's like, "Man, didn't this turn out cool?" And if you know what a poppy flower looks like, they're
like orange and
they're orange, but it's just concrete. So all it really looks like is that you just put a bunch of buttholes on a fucking wall. It's like literally like the whole fucking wall underneath Avenue I. It looks like butthole, 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 butthole. And I said it, I'm all, those are the most beautiful buttholes I've ever seen. And he looks at him and he's all, oh my God. I'm like, because they didn't want to stain them. They didn't want to color them. It looks like, so good on paper, dude, but no.
To save $1,000 in concrete paint, you know, now it has to look like buttholes forever.
Yeah, Avenue I is covered in buttholes on both sides, dude.
Hey, so the other day, this buddy of mine came by the shop, and you know, we're just shooting the shit about whatever, and he tells me about this like Reddit thread.
Okay.
I don't use Reddit, but I looked it up because he fucking told me to. It's like slash what was it? Uncentered buttholes.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And
fucking so Reddit, like dude.
A bunch of pictures of buttholes that are like, boop, just like a hair off. Right?
God's all. There you go, buddy.
Not for you.
That's so good, dude. I'm definitely looking that up.
yeah, so it's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
We're laughing about it. And so he's telling me that this girl he told about it, she was like, well, what if mine is? And he's like, I don't fucking know. So she went in the bathroom and got a fucking protractor in there with her to see if it fucking lines up or whatever. So then the next day I'm telling my coworker about it. I'm like, oh man, there's this wild shit about buttholes, whatever. And he's one of those dudes that like he's not going to look it up himself,
Sure.
So I'm like, all right. So I screenshot a bunch of them and then send it to him. He's taking a fucking nap, not paying attention, doesn't have his glasses on, and he's like, oh, I better delete all these buttholes off my phone before my chick gets home and thinks something weird, right?
Not only that, uncentered buttholes.
Yes. So he fucking, because he doesn't have his glasses on and shit, accidentally forwards the butthole pictures to his girlfriend at work. And she starts freaking out, like thinking that,
he's taking photos while he's fucking someone or something.
Yes.
Oh my God, dude.
or that like I'm doing that and sending him that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. So yeah. Anyway.
That's so good, dude.
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny, man. Reddit is literally the best. I mean, it's fucking unreal, like what you find on there. There's one called Glorp. It's a subreddit, and the whole fucking thing is people take their dicks and pussies and tits, and they put googly eyes on them. And it's awesome. It's so good, dude. Like, it's the most wild shit you've ever seen. It's like, it'll be like a fucking huge dick, and it just got like, it looks weird. It's got big, huge googly eyes on it. Or like some
That's awesome. You can
some chick's
make it like a cyclops.
Oh my God, dude, it's
like
so fucking funny. Dick. People draw arms on him and shit. Like, it's out of control, dude. Reddit is the Wild West. I mean,
so fucking years ago. Okay, little backstory. I'm like super into the occult now.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And
congratulations.
But yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
it is cool. What it is.
I want to ask you more about it later, but yeah.
Sure. But yeah, so like, I don't try to like tell people or put shit on anyone or anything like that.
Right.
But if people do have genuine interest, then I'll teach them what I can and like try to help them like just find their own path and whatever. So this old fucking friend of mine expresses interest. I've got all these books that, are rare, expensive, whatever. One of them has like a big, like kind of devil's face on the cover.
Right.
Let her borrow it. Get it back a month later. She puts goddamn googly eyes all over it. So as you're flipping through all the like little pictures of demons or fucking whatever, have little googly eyes. And then didn't realize that the fucking glue is too strong. So ruined the whole fucking book because you can't peel them off.
Can't peel them off, right? Well, it could be worth more later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they're like, this is John Bowley's personal googly eye occult book.
Right.
Like Anton LaVey's fucking his personal stash, dude.
So funny you say that because that book is now out of print. And like it used to be like a, I don't know, $30, $40 book. Now they're like $200, $300, $400.
Really?
If you can even find one.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always shocked at what becomes super valuable, man. I mean, especially all that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the occult stuff is,
dude.
Depending on where you go. Are you out here casting spells and shit?
So,
is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
hanging out
like,
with a sword and a cape in your backyard.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah, totally. It's like LARPing for adults.
Right. Yes. It's not far off.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, dude. I used to be into that. Like
you're a fucking wizard mage.
I used to be into this thing called Rosicrucians.
Yeah.
I was a Rosicrucian for years, dude. My bass player, Julie, she probably doesn't want anyone to know this, but she was like heavily involved in it for many, many years, and it was and the more I got into it, it's cool. You know what I mean? The whole
Yeah.
belief system of it and stuff, and it is based.
Yeah, and there's a lot of
like old
crazy
Christian
history with it.
mystics, right?
Yeah.
And it was cool,
Yeah,
but
or like
it was a lot
early
about
Gnosticism.
it was a lot about like intuition and fucking a lot of there was some really cool aspects to it. I mean, it was really like it seemed like it was heavily based in meditation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Really, which is kind of cool. But it had cool merits to it, and it was at a time where when I had left the church, I was like devoid of spirituality, dude. Like I've always liked that stuff. I have nothing. I don't have the punk rock thing where I'm like fuck God, blah blah. Like it's funny. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But I really liked I liked having spirituality in my life, and I dabbled in it for a good few years, dude, and did a lot of the teachings and the reading and stuff like that. It was really neat. But you have kids, you're like, hold on, motherfucker. Let me put my sword down. I'll help you out with this fucking baby food. Like, no one's got time for this, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it depends how like devoted or serious you are to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can take up half of every fucking day of your life.
Yeah.
Or 2 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like regular normies going to church. Like there are people who go on Sunday and there are people who go
5 days
literally
a week.
every day.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
I used to work with this guy in Thousand Oaks that he went like I think 2 hours prior to work every single morning.
To
like
church?
every day.
To
yes.
church? Wow.
Yeah, like this Catholic church there.
Yeah. Probably because the altar boys he wanted to be ready for the altar boys when they showed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's
a fucking pervert. That's what I'm telling you.
In hindsight, we're like, I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
That's creepy, man. Yeah. So what is there a specific type of shit you're into, or are you just fascinated by all of it? I mean, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but
no, it's fine. So like generally there's like everyone has their own path, right?
Right.
So like everyone's got their own thing that got them into stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like Rosicrucianism found you,
mm-hmm.
right? Not everyone gets into that, whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you find this, then you find that, you find the other thing.
Right.
And so basically anti-cosmic Satanism is like kind of the umbrella term.
Okay.
But there are a handful of different what you'd call currents.
Okay.
That have to do with that. And I just follow one of them. Lots of other people follow different ones.
Right.
And the one I follow specifically kind of borrows from a lot of different teachings.
Okay.
So there's like a little bit of kind of voodoo, or precursor, that's like a precursor to a lot of things for the Americas. And so have you heard of Kimbanda?
No.
Okay. It's like mostly popular in like Brazil.
Okay.
Or like Santa Muerte.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I was gonna say, is it like Santa Muerte kind of stuff?
Yeah. So like,
like you got to roll on Sundays. You got to roll some chicken bones around and fucking make sure you face the right direction. Otherwise, your whole month's fucked.
Right. Not quite. But
yeah, I'm exaggerating. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like, for instance, like the way you would set up your altar is very similar to how a Santa Muerte practitioner would do so. Mm-hmm. But the mentality is very different, though.
Yeah, I mean, because when you say what is it called? Anti-cosmic Satanism? Is that what you said?
You got it.
When people hear Satanism, I mean, first of all, it needs a new name. You need a new name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But, because I don't like being tied with like LaVeyan bullshit.
Right. Yeah. But when you get into the humanist beliefs.
I'm really glad that they exist. I'm really glad that those people are out there doing what they do.
Well, they might be the only one to save you guys from the abortion law.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's insane.
Who would have thought
It's
that the
absolutely
Satanists?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But when you get into like the humanist shit,
the only people actually doing God's work.
I know, right?
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is based in being just free to be you, right? I mean, a lot of it. That's what like the traditional Satanism is about, right? Just being a human, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so like you could say that our form is more like Luciferianism.
Okay.
Might be more accurate.
Okay.
Right? But as like a blanket term, it's just like, it's fine.
Yeah. But what is it about it that drew you there? I mean, does it have a positive effect on your life? Is it, I mean, at a point where you fucking, you know, like just going too much and you found something to help slow you down and focus you out, or?
No.
Or does it allow you to go harder?
Both.
Both at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I've definitely like become more focused in positive ways.
Okay.
But when I was drinking, I've been sober now for like 2 years.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. Because you were pretty heavy in the booze, buddy.
Yes. Very. Oh yeah.
Last time I saw you at the
we played a show.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And no, I mean, I didn't think two things of it, but you know.
Yeah. 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 Like.
But I remember you from the years ago. You know what I mean? When we were all straight edge kids, fucking, you know.
23 years ago.
Is it really that long ago?
Yeah. 23.
Wow. Yeah, man. I just got off the phone with Justin.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, totally. Like fucking 5 minutes before we set this up.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway.
What's he up to?
He's transgender now.
Oh, cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's good, man. He's doing the thing, you know.
Running the label. Lady.
Yeah. He's running the label and doing the thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. I love that guy to death.
Yeah, I talk to him every once in a while.
That's cool.
Mostly like we like text.
Mm.
You know, we don't talk on like social media bullshit, you know.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty off the you don't have, you know, setting this up, you're like, "Oh, I don't have a computer. I don't." I'm like, "Okay, that sounds about right." You know what I mean? You've always been an off the grid kind of guy, you know.
Well, like I had a computer for like video games and shit. Mm-hmm. I was like super fucking into video games for a minute.
I remember.
But yeah, and it just broke, and I was like, I gotta rebuild the fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know, so it sits in the garage. I don't care.
Yeah, fuck
like
that thing.
You know, back then, like phones weren't that fancy, so there was actually a necessity for a
decent
actual computer.
Yeah, totally.
And like, there's nothing I could possibly do aside from video games on my computer that I can't do on my phone.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
yeah,
it doesn't, you know, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. But back to, I want to hear what was it that drew you there? How do you, I'm not telling you to get all the secrets, but how do you like implement this into your life where it helps you? You know what I mean? Because when people hear that, you know, you just think, I know what's up with the occult. I get it, you know, but when people hear it, they go, okay,
right.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
What
like, how does,
fuck?
Yeah, why? Fucking why? You know what I mean? Like, what is it that drew you there? What is it that, like, how does it help you, like, in day-to-day life?
So basically, you know, the way I kind of explain it to other people is like, you don't find it, it finds you.
Okay.
You know, like eventually, you know, almost like you're destined for it kind of thing. Like when you are mentally there, someone will enter your life that will kind of introduce you.
Yeah.
And so that happened to me. I made a handful of friends that followed that path, and you know, they introduced me to it, and like it was weird because it was always like something in the back of my mind since I was a kid. You know, I was like always drawn to like the dark and mysterious kind of weird shit.
Yeah, I remember you had a human skull when we were kids, dude.
I
remember that?
Still do.
Do you still have that thing? I remember going to your room and you're all, check this out. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, cool skull, dude. And you're like, it's real. I'm all, oh my God. Okay. Okay, dude.
So funny story about that school.
Uh-oh.
That specific one. That I ended up okay. It had like been autopsied, so it was cut right above the brow.
I remember that. Yeah.
And like straight down right up there at the crown. So
you kept all your gauntlets in there.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Back when it was just like, if it's not black metal, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
But yeah, so I turned that into my license plate frame for my old motorcycle.
Okay.
Awesome, so
dude.
like the plate went like inside the head part, and then I ran wires to the eyes with like red lights in there, so it's like the brake light.
That's awesome, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so that was my first motorcycle, and I sold that when I moved out here. And so that guy has that now.
Nice.
Some fucking rich dickhead that bought fucking everything I own when I moved.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like gave me like 15 grand cash
for literally everything you owned.
Like
I mean the car, like random shit.
A car, 3 motorcycles, and like a veritable junkyard of bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, just like
dude. What happened to the Bel Air? What happened to the Bel Air?
That dude bought it.
He bought that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a 55 210.
That thing was gnarly, bro. I remember that shit. That was gnarly.
Yeah, it was fast as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
But so he got that skull, and then do you know Amigo the Devil? Yeah,
I love that.
So I fucking love him.
Yeah.
I've
never met him, but I've been following his music since the first EPs came out.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I've known about him a long time. It's one of Rosie's favorite bands ever.
Good. Yeah. So he's like a good friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Awesome. Yeah, he lives right up the way from me.
Oh, awesome, dude.
Sorry.
No worries. Do what you're doing.
So fucking like he was living in like Arizona or some shit. And a mutual friend had me like booking him his first show here in Austin. And so we met through that, quite a while ago, whatever. And then we became really good friends. Whatever. Anyway, he's super into dark stuff. And so we kind of have like a gift game sort of. So like he gifted me a human skull, and I was like, oh my god, that's so beautiful, what a gracious gift, So what did I get him? Oh yeah. So the practice that I follow, the books are insanely hard to get. Called lieberfer.
Okay.
And there's like 3 of them, and some people charge like fucking $1,200 per book. It gets crazy. Yeah. But through some connections, I was able to get some for a pretty reasonable price. And so I gave him a set of those books.
Oh, okay.
So like, should he want to practice that, he has the ability now. Because it kind of teaches you the basics, and you evolve from there. But
right.
You need to learn that stuff first, whatever. Anyway, so I gifted him all that. Then he got me a tombstone of like, I think it was 1869 or something.
Okay.
Of like a child. There's like this tombstone of some kid that died at like 6 months or something. Oh,
damn. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, anyway, so that's how I have my...
So you guys were running like an occult swap meet exchange.
Yeah, basically.
Occult white elephant or black elephant.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Is that what it
yes.
Is? So Amigo the Devil is the one that kind of got you introduced to that stuff, huh?
No. I was already doing that shit way before. It just so happened we have this beautiful thing in common.
Synced up. That's rad.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking cool.
And then, Yeah, and then I got him. I haven't given it to him yet. He's on tour right now.
Yeah.
So, when he plays here, I'll show up and gift him some cool shit.
Nice, man.
But I had this dude in Mexico who's like lives in the jungle and shit, and like handcrafts, those Aztec death whistles.
Oh yeah, those are
right?
fucking crazy sounding.
Yeah. So this dude makes them in the way that they did back then. Like he hand creates his own pigments for painting it, and like carves all this cool inscription and whatever on there. So I got him a few of those, and then like some carved like human bones.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. But I mean, so obviously, besides the gift exchanges, I mean, it just these things, these processes or whatever that you go through, just kind of help you. I mean, kind of center your life up, I guess, a little bit, huh? Or do you feel like it has anything to do with the overall? Is it like a day-to-day thing, or is it something that you just is an overall belief that you feel just direct?
It's more overall, but there are certain things that you do like once a week. There's certain things you do like once a month, or at certain times of the year, almost like holidays, if you will.
Yeah,
that's
badass.
But yeah, but that's like stuff you got to learn to.
Yeah. Is this stuff? This probably not much online, right? I mean, it's like you kind of have to get the books, to get the real shit.
So you do have to get the books. There are PDFs online that some dude fucking photocopied some shit and whatever, and someone made like not I don't know, not photocopies, but like however you fucking make PDFs.
Right.
Anyway, put some of them online, but they all are like missing parts. So you can't actually do it properly.
Oh, okay.
So like it'll be like everything you need to do for a ritual minus like 4 ingredients.
Yeah.
Or minus 2 or 3 steps.
Like intentionally, you think they did it?
Yes.
Is it so they all backfire on them and then they get fucked?
Yeah, basically.
I bet when everyone saw that, they just got their voodoo dolls out and they're all, "You're fucked, buddy." Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like, if you don't have the real book, you're not playing with fire. You don't know. You might be doing it wrong and fuck everything up.
So, do you believe in the spiritual world, like as far as that shit goes? Like, is it like, is there demons? Is there God? Is there the devil? Or is it?
That's
how do you view that stuff? Okay.
Because that's like we are limited by speech and our specific language. Like there are words that were created to define things, and this is beyond what can be defined.
Okay.
So you can use the words angels or demons or things like that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't encapsulate like the possibilities of interdimensional realities and
okay.
like like kind of like that ancient alien shit where they're like are fucking angels actually just extraterrestrials?
Right.
Like you could go there with it,
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, all that stuff, the interdimensional shit is crazy.
Matter.
Yeah. Time doesn't matter. Time's not real. You know what I mean? All these things living at the same point. And I do think that the more that we understand, especially when you get into like these things about multiverses and string theory and all this shit, I mean,
yes,
we know so fucking
so that's
little.
Definitely like a good portion of what turned me to the occult is like delving into that and then finding the balance of like obviously science works, but it's not as cut and dry.
No,
like every fucking 20 years we look back and we go, oh my god, we were so dumb.
Yeah.
And 20 years later they look back, oh my god, they're so dumb, they're
idiots. Yeah.
And so yeah, like given the standards we have currently,
Mhm.
we think we're doing really well. But
Right.
in 100 years, it's going to be fucking laughable. Every single thing that we're doing right now is pretty fucking laughable. We just don't know it yet.
Yeah,
So
I think with the rate
there's
of
a
how
lot more
fast
to
shit
discover.
goes. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I think there's with the rate of how fast shit's going, because even 50 fucking years ago, you know, like you said, we look back at 50 years ago and go, these morons just barely touched the moon.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, tonight or last night, I watched
Yeah,
fucking
like
Elon
50
Musk.
years ago, they
You know,
just invented the Hemi.
right? Touche. Yeah, which it's not going to get any better than that. So that's fucking. I mean, get
Right.
out of here. You know what I mean? That's done, capped out. There's a reason they banned Hemis from drag racing. Okay,
Right. Right.
It's done.
Too
That's
much
done.
power.
Until Elon
fucking
Musk
do it.
figures out how to tweak a Hemi, we're fucking not
Oh
happening.
man. So have you seen the fucking speed on the Teslas?
The new
Like-
ones, the new ones.
Yeah, like any of them.
Yeah, it's insane.
They are insane.
Yeah,
Like
two,
it's
3
mind
seconds.
blowing that like, you know, as like a, well, not mind blowing, but it's funny, I guess, that someone who's willing to spend like 150 grand on like a low end Ferrari
Mhm.
wouldn't, you know, if all you're looking for is speed,
Right.
like fucking 70 grand on a Tesla,
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's not
you'll
why
slap Ferraris all day.
people fucking buy
Obviously.
Ferraris because they're assholes. That's I
Right.
mean, that's it. I mean, you
Yeah.
want to own a Ferrari. You want to be in the club with a fucking stupid
Yeah.
red polo on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's I don't have
Right.
any of that fancy car shit. I'm a muscle car guy like you. You know,
Mhm.
but those Teslas, you can't fucking argue with 1.6 seconds to 60, dude. You can't.
Right.
You can't
Yeah, that's
fucking
insane.
argue. There's just nothing that's gonna do it. But you know, we watched the SpaceX launch a rocket last night. It was because they did
yeah.
it from Vandenberg right here, and it was
Mhm.
fucking cool, man. 9 o'clock, I pulled the kids out on the balcony and we fucking watched it. They're launching a bunch of satellites into the air. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
And it's just so fucking crazy how far we've come. You know, watching Elon Musk land a rocket on a fucking pad in the ocean and then reuse it. It's like, this is future shit, dude. I mean, that guy,
Right.
of anybody, is an alien. I mean,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure, that dude's a fucking alien. I mean, there's
Yeah,
no
so
other way, you know?
Yeah, so, you know, getting back to the other part, like, you know, if you look back at the ancient times and, you know, the advent of like alchemy, you know, technically some of the first sciences.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lost
Yeah,
you for a sec.
You're good.
Cool. It's kind of like a similar kind of thing. We don't know what we don't know.
Right.
And so,
and we also don't know what we used to know.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We used to know some wild shit. The fucking Library of Alexandria. I mean, what might have been Atlantis. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Egyptians, the Sumerians, the fucking
Literally
predating
everything
that.
the Druids did.
I know. Well, the Druid. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you know. Yeah.
like,
there's a lot of
no
shit
one has
we
any
don't
fucking clue.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still trying to figure out Stonehenge. I
Right,
think it
right.
was just a bunch of fucking stoners that wanted to fuck people over in the future. You know?
Yeah, no fucking saying. It literally could be like the first meme.
Yeah, it's the first
You know?
practical joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be the first meme, dude. I don't know.
So like, you know, there is an area that the occult carries or crosses over
Mm-hmm.
with science, if you look at it the right way, of like trial and error and trying to discover things that we don't have the capability yet,
Right.
mentally or scientifically, to explain.
Yeah.
Or why does this work? Whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I got way into fucking science and physics and shit for a while. And that, funny enough, like when you go deep enough in that, when you get into like quantum physics, you know,
It's
a lot of stuff goes out the window, and it's still like the great unknown, as it were.
Yeah.
On the small scale. And
yeah, we're still trying to figure out why fucking protons or fucking like why they react when they're not near each other. You know what I mean? Like there's just so much we don't know, But do you think that we did know this shit at a certain time? Like on that deep of a level or no? Or do you think these guys like hermetic wisdom and all that shit? Like, do you think these guys
there
really
is like
fucking
some
knew
evidence of that shit, but it's kind of like from an anthropological point of view, it's kind of hard to like say yes or no definitively.
Right.
But like there is evidence of like drawings of what appear to be like atoms and like ancient peoples that did write down or pass along information about like subatomic particles existing, like the knowledge that does exist. Now, whether that's misinterpretation or not, who fucking knows? But
I mean, it's like the same thing you see like on Ancient Aliens, or they're fucking worshiping a flying saucer. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe they were, maybe they fucking weren't. We don't know. You know what I mean?
Right? Is that drawing a flying saucer?
I don't know. Yeah.
Are those like cave paintings, gray aliens?
Yeah.
Or is it just they like painting humans weird?
Now, do you have a belief in the fact that obviously, I couldn't assume that you believe that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior and God created us out of a rib.
And we're only, what is it, 5,000
5,000 years old,
right?
Dinosaurs and all that.
Yeah. Like,
but
do
you believe that
existence of half-life in physics undoes that possibility?
Yeah. And also the Earth's flat, so that's good.
Right.
It's good to know that finally.
Thank you, Internet, for letting us all know.
But do you believe that like there's a grand creator of some sort of species, or I mean, do you believe, like, just you personally? I'm not asking what the things believe, but do you believe that was there a Big Bang, or how, like, or is there some some sort of Prometheus type fucking event here?
So, like a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I feel like, just personally, like, there's a yin and yang to everything, right? Like everything ebbs and flows. There's a flux eternally with everything, right? So the Big Bang, as it were, that like there's the eternal void that split itself, and then there's what we can perceive as physical reality, with our shitty little eyeballs and underdeveloped brains, that everything was created, Big Bang, whatever you want to fucking call it, and that will expand, and then maybe kind of suck itself in, and we'll have X billions or trillions or whatever years of everything crushing down into a singularity
again, over and over again,
and then start over. But that gets into like multiverse kind of vibe, where every time that this continues to happen, is it the reality as we know it, like the laws of physics and whatever that our current universe has? Is that re-happening, or is it different every time, and we just happen to be lucky at this point?
Well, I feel you, because it's when you look into like multiverse and all that shit, it's like they say that there could be so many fucking variations that there is the exact same conversation with me and you happening at this exact place and exact time.
Except right now I'm shitting my pants.
Right. Yeah.
In that other one.
And also I just killed myself on camera.
Right. Like,
yes. Yeah, yes. Totally. Like, so that shit is so wild to think about, because when you think about the expanse of space and time, and maybe there's another
and
universe.
It's all relative,
Right.
So,
and maybe there's another universe where rather than expanding, our universe is fucking retracting. We're in a retracting phase. You know what I mean? Like, and everything's exactly the fucking same. So I always think like, how fucking,
So
I do go to how lucky are we that we're born at this moment in this fucking time. You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy to me.
But once again, because of what we are as a nervous system being able to perceive, we are limited in what we think is even potential, because we have certain
limitations.
Of potential, you know. So I think Men in Black touched on it, that movie, where, like, you know, they had like a whole universe in a little pearl or whatever the fuck that
on
was,
the back of some weird fucking creature in a bag.
Right.
Totally.
You know, like, we can't say that's not a thing.
No, 100%, dude. You know? Yeah, I remember seeing that when I was a kid and being like, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
Will Smith, you just blew my fucking mind, dude.
Right. Yeah. And you go back to your, you know, damn near minimum wage school teacher, and you're like, "Hey, so my mind got blown," and they're like, "I don't fucking know."
Oh, shut up.
Turn in your homework.
Did you do her biology?
Eat your Lunchable. You fuck.
Yeah, it's fucked, man. I mean, when you really think about it, it just gets so fucking deep, dude. And then the problem is you can't control anything.
Right. And
it's all chaos.
You can't really discuss even any of it accurately.
Right.
Because we're limited by the capacities of our brains and our capacity of understanding and explaining.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, literal language is a hindrance to, I don't know, understanding.
Yeah, totally. I mean, but it makes me think of, like, why is music so important? Why is it that when you hear a Sabbath song or whatever song speaks to you, it fucking hits you in your soul like a different fucking, on a different wavelength? You know what I mean? I think obviously sound, vibration, all that shit, you know?
Have you heard of the solfeggio, whatever the fuck?
No.
It's like solfeggio tones or some shit.
Is that the brown note?
Sort of.
Where you shit your pants?
Sort of. It's like this idea that literal audio frequencies can, like, affect, like, your brain chemicals.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Yes, I've heard that.
But then,
that stuff. Like, there was the cancer conspiracy, right, back in the day.
I don't know about that.
Oh, there was there's a really good band called the Cancer Conspiracy, instrumental band. You should look it up. You'd like it. It's like not metal at all. It's like in the 90s indie era, but they were obsessed with the fact that there was a doctor that, you know, claimed he could destroy cancer cells with sound frequency. Right. And they started this band. It was fucking, and it's been, that whole thing has been around for a long time. What is it? 541 megahertz or whatever. That is like the fucking symphonic tone for aligning your chakras, or there's some wild shit out there.
Yes.
Right?
All that shit.
Yeah. Which is cool. Like, I'm totally into it.
So, like, that kind of ties into Nikola Tesla, you know, and, like, he had a lot of theories about that with, like, I mean, like, literally a Tesla coil can produce that, you know, lightning bolt or whatever at frequencies and make audio, you know?
Yeah, man.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's crazy shit.
I think he had, like, some machine he built that supposedly was, like, almost like an earthquake generator kind of thing.
Yeah, remember, like, he destroyed his own building, right?
Yes,
it caused like a straight up earthquake in the middle of New York.
Right, by, like, finding the frequency of the building or whatever, and then
breaking it down,
amplifying the what is it? Troughs and I don't know.
I don't know
the opposite of a trough. I forget. It doesn't matter.
A trench. Oh, I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that Cancer Conspiracy band was really interesting because it was the first time I ever heard of it. But when you listen to the band, it was really cool. But they had, on the insert, rather than lyrics, they included a letter from the actual doctor.
Whoa.
He found out about the band and he wrote, or it was maybe a guy who knew him, because I think he had been killed already at this point.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He got offed as soon as, you know.
Right.
it wasn't working towards pharmacy, you know.
Yes.
But
like the DeLorean dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
He like made a carburetor that could get like 150 miles to the gallon or something.
oh sure.
And all of a sudden Ford and Dodge are knocking at his door.
Yeah, exactly. They couldn't buy it from him, so they killed him for it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool because it was a letter basically like from this guy telling the band like, you need to change your name. This is super dangerous shit you're verging on. You know what I mean? But I've heard all these things over the years about, you know, sound frequency. But when you listen to music, it invokes something in you, whether it's memory of a time and place, whether it's fucking, you know what I mean, whatever, a feeling
Right.
at that moment in time, you know, and it is like one of the weirdest things that transcends time and space, because you can hear a song that me and you fucking used to listen to in your gold Mustang, you know, some fucking Behemoth song or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't think they were a band back then.
God Dethroned song or whatever the fuck we were listening to back then, you know, and it invokes like a memory, and you literally can transport into that time. You know what I mean? So when they talk about like sound and vibration, that shit makes more sense to me than anything. You know what I mean? Because you can,
so
it's a
actually,
trip.
I don't know if it was Tesla or someone else was kind of theorizing that because like sound frequency travels and then is obviously absorbed into everything. Someone was trying to say like theoretically you could like find the frequencies within the walls
Sure.
and like almost like extract it to rewind and listen to a conversation someone said 10 years ago in that house.
I bet they have that shit, dude. You know what I
Right.
mean? I bet some psycho motherfuckers got that technology. You know, they're probably using it right now, you know what I mean, to listen to this shit. You know, who knows, man? But yeah, it is a trip when you think about how little we know and how much we think we know.
Mhm.
But I always trip on like, well, God, what did they know in the past? What's been buried multiple times over at this point? You know what I mean?
Hey, so I forget the name of the book exactly, but it's something like Asleep in Frog Pajamas or some bullshit. I don't know. An old coworker told me about it once. It's about this tribe in, I don't know, it's like near Ethiopia or in Ethiopia, maybe.
Okay.
Something like that. The Dogon tribe, Dogon.
I've heard the name. I don't know that I know anything about it.
So basically, like, just like the Sumerians and some Aboriginal people, whatever the fuck, a lot of like ancient creation stories. There's, in addition, states that we are like alien human hybrids, you know, like they like hybridized their DNA with like, I don't know, some pre-hominid or early hominid species.
Sure.
And like we were created by them or whatever.
Really?
Anyway, so they've got like this it's some weird shit where like they have the like village elders know everything, and they like choose someone to be a new elder when they're very young, and then your whole life is being trained verbally on all this crazy shit that they know. And then like once a year or whatever the fuck it is, they like have almost like a festival kind of thing where they pass on some of that information to the rest of the village and stuff. And it's all this crazy shit like about planets that we didn't know about at the time.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, they were like they knew the size, the shape, the orbit, the color, like all this crazy shit that we have no fucking clue about. And they like I think it was Sirius, the star system. It's a binary star. Like they knew it was a binary star like thousands of years before we knew it even existed, much less that it was binary. And that they knew that there were like, you know, 4 exoplanets or whatever, you know, orbiting it. and supposedly that our creators come from one of those exoplanets around Ceres,
Sure.
and blah blah blah, whatever. Anyway, they got all this crazy info, and they don't let anyone fucking know. Like, if you're not in the tribe, you don't get to know.
Right.
So I think it was like the 70s, maybe. They let some Westerner come and videotape like 20 minutes. And in that 20 minutes, there was so much knowledge dropped that it was like, holy fuck, we got to write a whole book about this. We got to study
totally.
these people. What the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
You know, Lord knows what the fuck they know that we don't.
I know, but then you're stuck
like, they might be like
they're stuck on a fucking island, dude. You know what I mean? If these fools show up zipping around and fucking on stars, yeah, cool. You got some bragging rights, dude. Like, but it's like it goes back to the same thing. It's like we know so much and also so little. You know the endless fucking answers to the universe, and you're stuck in a fucking village of 45 people.
Right.
What are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with it? You know what I mean? Like, you're all great, dude.
Still, like, even let's suppose that alien theory is correct,
right,
and that there are these aliens jumping around doing fucking Star Trek out there, right? That doesn't mean that they have all the answers either.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Like,
it means they're much smarter than us,
just,
for sure.
Right,
know?
Smarter than us, more advanced than us, but they might have some of the same questions.
Yeah. Maybe they're zipping around trying to figure it out.
Right.
They're looking at us trying to storm our own capital. You know what I mean?
Right.
Go look at these fucking monkeys, dude.
Maybe it's like some Prometheus shit.
Yeah.
Where
look at these monkeys. They're fat and they're also starving at the same time.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Look at them, dude. You know? Yeah, it's fucking nuts, man. What I wanted to ask, you're not jamming, nothing. No more music? Not right now? Not at the time?
I have like a project that I've thought about for a while, kind of like Godflesh worship.
Nice.
With like 2 bass players and a drummer.
Nice.
But the drummer's actually like a drum machine programmer dude that makes like noise also.
Oh, okay.
I think that would be really cool. Kind of like heavy, but borderline on industrial.
Yeah.
Like industrial noise meets heavy.
Hell yeah, man.
Kind of metal-y kind of stuff.
Cool,
I don't know.
But the main focus right now is tattooing, getting good at that. I mean, obviously, since you just started drawing, apparently.
Right.
Fucking jerk. You know what I mean? It's like I see the draw, you shit put out. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, but you've always been like a real. I know a few extremists in my life. You're one of them. It's just like everything you get into is fucking head first, full into it. Not that it's bad. You know, I don't mean it as a diss. I mean it as like you meet very few people that have the fucking bandwidth to go all in on something and fucking really try to get it under and down and mastered, you know. And I just love that about you, man. It's always been one of the, because every time I talk to you, it's like, oh, I'm a chef. Now I'm a fucking blah, blah, blah. And you're doing it very well. You know what I mean? It's fucking awesome, you know? I
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. But, dude, it was awesome having you on the pod. Please come back. Let's get fucking heady.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
So I had an idea. It would cost you like $30.
Look, I'm not buying one of those voodoo dolls from you.
No. So I found some stupid website that sells like Asian snacks, right?
Okay.
So I bought like $30 worth of weird flavored chips.
Okay.
And I was like, oh man, that might be cool. Like, we try all these weird things together and discuss them.
Dude, okay.
Yeah, because it's like weird shit like river snail flavored Lays.
Yeah, hell yeah. Dude.
Yeah, and like Chinese hot pot Cheetos.
Yeah, you know? We could do it on video, man.
Yeah, so I got like, I don't know, like 20 some odd bags of weird flavored shit.
Yeah, dude. I'll Venmo you some cash. Send me some fucking goodies, dude.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that would be fun at least.
Hell yeah, dude. That'd be fucking tight.
Like even if we didn't record it, it would just be fun.
To try it out. My daughter would be super stoked because she's always buying weird ass Japanese candy and shit.
Yeah.
They're all the kids are in anime now, dude. Anime's the new
Yep.
punk.
It's a
That's
thing.
it. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, fuck, dude. I love you, brother. It was awesome to talk to
you
you,
too.
man. Fucking A.
Fuck
I'll
yeah.
talk to you.